It is almost springtime. You can kind of feel it in the air, but it's still a little too cold outside for getting rid of things like scarves. In order to get kind of revved up for spring, I have chosen books and kind of some scenarios to read them in. It's a combination of books that I've had for a while, ones I've started a little bit, and ones that I mean to read and haven't. Awakening Spring with 5 books. First book I'm talking about today, going to read, or finish reading rather, because I've read some of it, is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Most famous for a book called Eat, Pray, Love, which later became a movie with Julia Roberts. I love both that book and that movie. This book is all about the creative process. It's called Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear. As a person who's both a creative and an entrepreneur, I tend to find it's really useful to make sure that I regularly stay inspired in creative space and in business space. So I tend to switch between books that are kind of a business nature and things that have to do with inspiring creative storytelling and just creative pursuits. That's what I do. Elizabeth Gilbert is a long-term hero of mine. I made a playlist for International Women's Day, which includes a TED Talk she did about creativity, which is part of the inspiration for how I got to reading this book. That TED Talk really spoke to the part of me that is a creator. Regarding Big Magic, I've read about a third of it. Talks about the process, how she stepped into supporting her sense of creativity, how she learned to start working with creative feelings. In addition to sharing a book, I'm also going to share an environment or an idea. And I like to have a place where I read books that they kind of have to have a place and a process for me to tackle through them, or else I get this way through them and then they end up off to the side and I never pick them up again. This book, I'm going to keep it by my bedside. I'm going to read a little at night and hopefully wake up inspired in the morning. That will be kind of nice. That's what I'm planning to do with this. Big Magic, pen, Amara. I'm liking this combination. Another book I'm bringing up for Spring Awakening is The Westing Game. It is a mystery. It is written for children. It's a Newbery Award winner. I'm reading this one really slowly so I can take notes and think about how it was crafted because I dabble in writing in this genre. This is going to be my car book, but I only read it in like a couple of page pieces. I actually started reading this 2 years ago while I was in North Carolina, which is where I picked it up. I'm just going to take it and set it into my drink holders in the front. The ones off to the side occasionally become like garbage receptacles, and I'm trying not to do that with this car. So instead, it's gonna be my mobile library to go with my like beautiful relaxation zone in the back of my car. The Westing Game is my car book, and it's the first one that's going in my car library. I'm not planning on keeping a whole ton of books in my car library, maybe a couple of magazines and 1 or 2 little books, but I'll switch them out pretty regularly. So now I have a mobile library and a mobile lounge. This car is everything! Anyway, so the Westing Game is on. And I am in my kitchen today with the next book, Learn to Cook 25 Southern Classics 3 Ways. Traditional, Contemporary, and International. This is a book by a woman named Jennifer Brule. As you may have seen if you've been watching this channel, I recently was hanging out with my mom in North Carolina. That is because I am a quarter Southern. I spent about 7 years of my life in North Carolina, and while I was there, I learned a whole bunch of things. We'll get into that sometime. But one of the things I managed not to learn how to do when I was there was to cook the amazing Southern cuisine that is part of the lifestyle there. And my best friend is Southern. This is actually not my cookbook. This is his. Because it is the time of the year when I get excited about learning to cook and tackling new projects, and because I have a new layout for my kitchen, I'm gonna start doing more cooking, just like the gingerbread house and other stuff. And one of the things I'm tackling is classic Southern food. I like to read cookbooks because they teach you kind of ideas about how food can go together, and often there's a lot of other things in cookbooks besides simply cooking, stories and how people started cooking together, and stories about family and friendship and stuff like that. This particular one is neato because it teaches you really classic Southern dishes like classic fried green tomatoes, and then there's variants. So then there's an oven fried version, and then there's grilled green tomato salsa. So they take like a concept that's like classic Southern and modernize it. Really looking forward to paging through this, reading it, and trying out some of the recipes. If I do, maybe they'll show up on my Instagram. That's Amara In Seattle, when she's not other places, which I am often. So that's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to trying that out in my kitchen and in other people's kitchens. Maybe I'll cook for people. I never do that. This is my office book. It's called Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham, who you may know as Lorelai Gilmore, the older Lorelai. I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan, and it's my office book. Why do I have a book that is specifically in my office? Actually, I have a whole bookshelf in my office, but I always keep one on my desk. I like to keep a book really close to my desk when I'm working that is lighter and has nothing to do with work. Sometimes I need a mental pause. Sometimes I need a pause from working on computer screens all the time, or from editing video, or from sending emails. Sometimes I need a break, and when I need those breaks, I hop into a book, and I like those books to be fun reads. Reading a book about Lauren Graham and how she became the fast-talking Lorelai Gilmore is exciting, not just because I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan, but also because it's a nice light read, and it'll be something that'll be fun to pick up in little pieces So far, it's as fast of a read as I guess Lauren Graham can talk. This is my office book, talking as fast as I can when I'm not editing as fast as I can. The last book that I have is my to-go book, and that is the book that I carry in whatever bag I'm carrying. Like today I'm carrying my Oddfellows bag, which I love. And the book that I've chosen is Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. Neil has gone through and I guess studied a whole bunch of Norse mythology and rewritten it in a form that is not just easy to process, but also is exciting and interesting to process. Short stories, like couple of page long stories, gods and goddesses and a creation mythology, at least that I'm not that familiar with, yet that we all know a little bit about. How much has Thor Loki been in the news? Not to mention with all the like crazy Avengers stuff that's been going on and all the Thor movies. Been hearing a ton about Norse mythology. I thought it might be kind of a slog to read through, so before actually shooting this portion of the video, I sat down and read a bit of it. I was pleasantly surprised that really quickly I was 50 pages into it, and I'm off to go read more. If you have books that you're gonna read for the springtime or that you're gonna start the season with, let me know in the comments below if there are books you've just been thinking about checking out, or if any of these books sound good. Let me know in the comments below. Leave me a comment about your favorite book, ones you're looking forward to for this season change, any new books that are coming out that you're excited about, or if you're interested in any of these books. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please like the video. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do. If you are a person who loves books, stick around. I am a book lover and a book enthusiast, and so that's gonna be a thread in this whole channel and across all of my channels and my adventures. Speaking of other channels, I do have 2 other channels. Amara Not In Seattle is the travel channel where we go off on adventures elsewhere, all kinds of places, some of them local, some of them not. We're gonna start getting into tips more, some of it's foodie stuff, you know, fun stuff. And if you're thinking, man, my life just doesn't have enough of this Amara chick in it, my vlog channel, which has everything else. There's bloopers in there, there's silliness in there, there's vlogs in there, and I have an announcement. I am going to do VEDA. I'm going to vlog every day in April. I did Vlogmas and I loved it, and I felt like it was a really good way to really hop into some video editing stuff, and I'm hoping to do the same thing with VEDA. Check it out over on the vlog channel. That's Amara In Seattle vlog. Ring the bell. That will let you know whenever I have a new video that comes out, which is every Friday on this channel and every Tuesday on the travel channel. Vlog channel, we try to do once a week-ish. That one's all crazy. The rules are all broken. I've gone rogue. Hope all is well with you. Best adventures, rock stars. This is Amara In Seattle. That was the rain. I added that just now.